I can't remember who actually won. I think it was, I don't know, Audrey Hepburn maybe. No, it wasn't Audrey Hepburn. It was somebody. But basically, Joan Crawford was like, said to this woman, who I can't remember who it was.
Anne Bancroft.
Thank you. Said to Anne Bancroft that if she won but wasn't available, Joan Crawford would definitely come up and accept the award.
On her behalf, yeah. So, yes, I didn't mention that, but I have noted it down. So,
Good.
Bette Davis didn't win.
It was supposed to be because she had won 4 in a row, and I think this would have been her 5th.
Yeah. And, yeah, essentially, just to kind of... Joan Crawford campaigned against Bette Davis winning an Oscar for this role, for this film, and offered to collect the Best Actress Award on people's, on anyone's behalf. You know, and so there were several nominees who couldn't attend. And essentially, so she was like, "Oh, I'll collect it for you," and so eventually, Anne Bancroft was, I think it was for Best Actress.
Yeah, it was for Best Actress.
So, so Joan Crawford wasn't nominated, didn't win, but managed to collect an award for Best Actress on the night that Bette Davis was meant to win, but didn't.
And apparently she pushed past Bette Davis.
Did she?
Without acknowledging her. She was quite violent, apparently. She basically shoulder barged her out of the way to get onto the stage.
Good Lord.
I know. Hollywood. Who'd have thought it was that filthy and seedy and mean and nasty?
Everyone.
Yeah, that's right. So, I just want to talk about one thing before we go on. Because this is a classic American film. And it's going to sound strange, there aren't many classic films out there that truly deserve all praise. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane deserves all praise, with the exception of the ending.
Right.
I love this film. I cannot stand the ending.
Why?
Because it seems so out of place. It's... I don't know. It's not that just out of place. I don't like where it's set. I don't like how everything comes around. And it is literally just the beach scene where she reveals that she was in the car and that's how she got paralysed. Not paralysed, that's the wrong terminology. How the accident happened, when she reveals all this.
Blanche, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just... the film's very long. It's like just over 2 hours, which was quite long for back then. And oddly enough, the ending seems really rushed.
Yeah, I agree with you. And, it's kind of... it just happens quite abruptly, and it seems very starkly in contrast with the rest of the film. It's very bright, it's outside. Most of the rest of the film has been very claustrophobic, predominantly filmed inside the house. And it's quite open-ended, so, I appreciate the sort of way that it ends for Jane, because she has gone fully descended into kind of madness, I suppose.
Well, there's a panic as well.
She's panicked, and therefore she's reverted back to being Baby Jane.
Yeah.
And she's dancing on the sand because that's what, she thinks that the onlookers are there to watch her dance, exactly. Which is what happened when she was a child.
Yeah.
And Blanche is just left lying on the beach. We don't know if she's alive or dead or what's happening. So
no, it's not an ambiguous ending, but
it's just a bit
really
sort of like
revealed.
It just suddenly is the end. And yeah.
That did kind of bug me. I think they could have left a fair bit out. Like, for instance, just the neighbours. The neighbours, which one, the young girl was Bette Davis's daughter. I can't remember their names, actually. That's terrible of me. But it was just out of place for the film, which is a real shame. I strongly recommend this film to everybody who's ever breathed.
Yes, it's very good.
It is a fantastic film. It's not scary. It's not horrendous.
It's unsettling.
It is unsettling. But also, I'd say you could let your kids watch this film.
Sure.
I mean, not a 3-year-old. No, because they wouldn't get it. But you could definitely get like a young child to watch this film. And also you could turn around and go, what's his name? Victor Buono was King Tut in Batman.
Yes.
Because he is.
Yes.
He was.
But they wouldn't know that either.
but it's Batman.
Yeah,
and it's King Tut.
Yeah. They won't know. They won't know.
No, they won't know. But yes, I love this film.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm not going to slag it off too much. Yes, the ending is a little bit of a disappointment, but I still really, really like this film. And as we put on Instagram, and as we said in our live stream, strongly recommend watching this film on a grey, dark day.
Yes.
Especially if it's raining. Yes, it's set in Hollywood and Los Angeles, and it's like it's bright and sunny. Honestly, the atmosphere in the rooms when they're actually inside, you can watch it on a rainy day.
Yeah, and it's black and white, so you know. What's your favourite scene?
My favourite scene, it could only be one for me, and that's when Betty Davis as Baby Jane is dancing with Edwin Flagg is playing the piano, and she's singing and dancing to I've Written a Letter to Daddy. The lighting, it's more the lighting on that, because I have this thing about lights showing up the face, so the light is pointing up, so it's almost like when you hold a torch under your face and you go, here's Daddy, or something like that, you know. I don't know why
I do that
Daddy
all the time.
Do you? You've got to stop doing that. Like, school kids are going to be anyway, but yeah, that was unsettling.
Yeah, because
and I really appreciate it.
She's embodying, Baby Jane, but she's, is creepy. You know, she looks creepy, definitely.
Yeah, she does. What about you?
My favourite scene is outside the theatre near the beginning, after Baby Jane, young Baby Jane, Baby Jane,
Baby Jane
has performed. All her adoring fans are waiting outside, and she starts acting like a total brat, demanding ice cream from her father, and it's just all the parents are like, oh, never mind, if my child, oh.
Why do you like that scene so much?
I don't know, I just like it, like bratty children.
I want ice cream.
It's because that is my inner child.
Is it?
Well, I'm the youngest, you must understand, you're the youngest child as well.
I am, yeah, that's true.
So,
I don't think I was ever that bratty.
Okay, well, I don't know, I just would like to think I was.
Okay. What's your favourite line?
So my favourite line is just after the scene with the neighbours where they've been watching one of Blanche's old pictures, and the neighbours bought some flowers over, given them to Jane. Anyway, so Jane says, "Oh, it's just that nosy Mrs. Bates going on about your picture last night." Blanche replies, "Oh, really? She liked it?" And Jane, imitating her, says, "Oh, really? She liked it?" She liked it.
I've got a fact about that in just a second. My favourite line is towards the end of the film, on the beach, the scene which I actually really don't like. And that's where Jane turns around to Blanche and says, "You mean all this time we could have been friends?" And it kind of like just breaks my heart a little bit.
Yeah. It is a sad story.
It is.
Of, terrible sibling rivalry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I recommend this film.
It's a bit of a downer, but, watch it anyway.
Watch it. It's a sad film, But yes.
Do you have some facts, then?
I do have some facts. So, you just mentioned about Betty Davis imitating Joan Crawford's the sister's voice.
Happens quite a few times.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
In none of those moments was that actually Betty Davis. That was all Joan Crawford's voice, with Betty Davis miming them.
Well, she does a very good job at lip syncing.
Yeah,
the
she
lines.
does. Yes. Back to the feud, we'll say. Betty Davis had a Coca-Cola machine installed on set. This was deliberately to provoke Joan Crawford, who was married to the chairman of Pepsi. That is. I like that one.
Petty, very petty.
It is very petty, but I like it. The wig Betty Davis wears throughout the film had, unbeknownst to both leads, been worn by Joan Crawford in an earlier MGM movie because it had been regroomed and Crawford didn't recognise it. Betty Davis and Joan Crawford worked hard to promote the film, both knowing that the profit percentage points would pay off in spades with the film's success. Davis travelled to 17 theatres across the state of New York in 3 days for personal appearances and helped give away a promotional Baby Jane doll to Patreons with a lucky envelope under their seat.
Patrons, not Patreons.
What did I say?
Patreons.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. This film was a smash hit upon initial release, recouping its original budget in only 11 days.
Wow.
And eventually grossing $9 million, which adjusted to 2019 dollars, that's what it just says here, this would be the equivalent to £72 million.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
The cracked head of Baby Jane doll featured in promotional for the film's trailer and whatnot campaign was a completely different doll to the actual one used in the film. And it was basically because the film was shot and released so quickly that the ad staff had to devise a campaign while the film was still in production. The film takes place in 1917, 1935 and 1962. Ingrid Bergman, Susan Hayward, Rita Hayworth, Katharine Hepburn, Jennifer Jones, Ginger Rogers were all considered for Baby Jane. For Blanche, Tahula Bankhead, I'm sure I didn't get that name.
Tallulah.
Is that right?
Okay. Tallulah, yeah.
Claudette Colbert, Olivia Havilland, and Marlene
Dietrich.
There you go. See, you're better at reading these names. Were all considered for Blanche. The Warner Brothers logo does not appear at the beginning of this film. It's one of the very few Warner Brothers films of the time that did that. And that's all my facts. Have you got some links?
I have. If you want to email us, we are on fullmoviepodcast@gmail.com. On Twitter, we are at fullmoviepoduk, and on Instagram, we are at fullmoviepodcast.
So send us a message, say hello, high five us in the street. Also, I swear to God, we will create a Facebook account.
Well, I started doing it last night, and then I
drunk on cider,
got angry and bored.
Yeah, we will do that. I promise you.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to say quickly again, thank you everybody who came along for the live last one, live thing last night, live last one. I don't know.
The live stream last night.
Yes, there you go. You say it so much better than me. It was so much fun, and we will be doing that again soon.
Yes, we will. And so what are we doing on, what day is it today? Sunday? Wednesday. We actually misannounced the film.
Yes.
We did say we were doing Clerks, but we are doing Clerks, but we're doing that
next Sunday.
Next Sunday. So what are we doing on Wednesday?
We are doing 2009's Paranormal Activity.
Ooh.
So
it's quite a recent film for us.
Yes, but it was made in 2009, so we haven't broken the 10-year code.
Yeah. It counts.
So
yeah,
join us on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll look forward to talking to you then.
Cool. Toodles.
Bye-bye.